This YouTube article is on becoming self-managed. I'll now express TS75. I have a few good friends from present New World Order who are TS75, which is a far, far higher level of an alpha black current security clearance than that of the President of the United States of America. So that was TS75. I'm a world changer, feminist, heterosexual, and biological son of God. That's right, I'm a world changer, feminist, heterosexual, and biological son of God. I'm one of the best trusted advisors here on planet Earth, and with me most definitely being a reasonably powerful God. That's right, I'm most definitely a reasonably powerful God, which my official exclusive friends will most definitely confirm, because I'm most definitely a reasonably powerful God, with Yahweh from heaven most definitely being my biological stepfather, with my biological mother, Yahweh from heaven isn't my biological stepfather. Yahweh from heaven is my biological father. And with my biological mother being an extremely powerful, extremely good, lily white magic witch, and with Jesus Christ from heaven most definitely being my biological stepbrother. And with this article, this YouTube article, most definitely being about about being self-managed, which I do think is a reasonably important way of life to start to move into. That is of being responsible and accountable for our decisions and actions. That's right, it's important to be responsible and accountable for our decisions and actions. So being self-managed is all about not waiting for others to tell us what to do or to guide us or to direct our activity, yet instead to be self-managed, meaning that we have the perspectives of constantly looking for new opportunities to explore and then taking action to explore those new opportunities. So you may be a kid at school who may hear the principal at school or overhear some teachers talking in a passageway about a challenge which the school may have at that given point in time. So rather than just going with the flow or ignoring it, the better students have the wisdom of taking action on those ideas and then messaging the principal or the teachers involved, I suppose, with your ideas, I suppose, as someone who shows initiative, because teachers and school principals love students who show initiative. So when there's a problem, they don't just expect others to solve the problem. They instead show initiative as a good and loyal friend from the perspectives of trying to become their best possible self, to become their best self from the perspectives of being a giver who seeks to help um, important people, which I think is a reasonably important way to live. That is, of showing initiative, I suppose, and being self managed. So, by self managed, it's very important, I'm saying, to show initiative, to be looking for new opportunities with which to explore, and to do this from the perspectives of begin with the end in mind. So this is one of the key habits from Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and by begin with the end in mind. So what I believe that Stephen Covey means is that when there is a problem or when there is an outcome we wish to create, we begin with the end in mind. So by this, we think about what this outcome will look like. We think about what it will be like and feel like to achieve this outcome. And we also as well do um, uh, engage in working through the issues on this question or topic as a good and loyal friend with good intentions, as a way to better help for us to be able to create this outcome. So it is very important to have the wisdom of begin with the end in mind, and to be working reasonably hard to think through the various issues involved with the creation of this outcome, and to also think about various obstacles which you may experience when creating this outcome, as a way of being a good and loyal friend with good intentions, who is as also important to be strategic, I'm saying. So there was an excellent film called Pay It Forward, which I suppose was created in something like the year 2001, with the stars being Helen Hunt and Kevin Spacey, and with Kevin Spacey playing Mr. Simonet, who was a social studies teacher I think it was to high school students, I'm saying, and with Helen Hunt's son Trevor, I suppose, being in Helen Hunt's character's son, I suppose, Trevor being that film, I suppose. So Mr. Simonet gave his students the start of class, I suppose. He gave the same assignment, year-long assignment, to all of his students each year. He gave those students, think of an idea to change the world and then put it into action. So sure, some of the students may have thought very little about this task, or possibly tried to do as little as possible, or possibly put in a token effort. But it's important, I'm saying, to be given your assignments at school, I suppose, and trying to make the most of them and trying to turn it into a powerful opportunity to do great work, but especially to turn them into a powerful opportunity with which to be improving within your personal and professional development. That's right, I suppose. So we are who we are now, and in 10 years' time, we will become someone. The question is who, and that's determined based upon what we do in the here and now and the achievements we're able to create each day in the here and now over these next 10 or so years. Other people may even measure their progress in centuries and be creating 100-year plans each century. But I suppose I'm saying is that in 10 years' time or 100 years' time or longer, you'll become someone. The question is who, and this will be determined based upon what you do in the here and now each day from now until then. So it's important to have good intentions, to work hard, and especially to love what you do. It's so important to keep the fun as we do our best work each day in projects that matter. So this video article is about becoming self-managed. It's very important to work with friends, and sure, we can have mentors, we can have coaches, we can have family friends who can help us, we can have our own friends to help us, we can have those who we build alliances with to help us, we can even have trusted advisors as well, I suppose. And all those things are important, but it's also important to be self-managed too. So sure, I suppose those people who have travelled our path before us can often have good insight into what's coming up next, I suppose, as a way to then be able to guide us about with some of the issues involved which may be coming up, I suppose. So being friends with those who have walked the path before us can help. Other people may even be getting help from psychics, I suppose, and those with precognition as a way to have them guide their future activities with knowledge from the future intelligence from the future. But also being self-managed is also important about having the wisdom to be a good and loyal friend with good intentions who is always on the lookout for new and interesting and high value opportunities with which to pursue as we seek to become our best self while living our best life as a good and loyal friend with good intentions. So it's very important to be self-managed. So these are some ideas which you may want to focus on while encouraging for yourself, your loved ones, including your kids, to seek to want to become self-managed within your alliance building activities as a good and loyal friend with good intentions. So it's important to be responsible and accountable for our decisions and actions. It's important to enjoy working reasonably hard while working with friends, and especially about being on the constant lookout for new opportunities to explore to help for us to break through to our new levels of success. And by these opportunities to explore, I pretty much mean being on the lookout for big problems that powerful people face so that we can then be providing the winning strategy for them, and in doing so, to be um, propelling us forward, I suppose, as a thought leader and visionary, I suppose, to help these powerful people, and in doing so, earn much respect from them. Obviously, you don't become a globally, international renowned thought leader overnight. It takes practice, but you have to begin somewhere. So if you begin with the end in mind of you becoming a global thought leader, and then start working from today at this, well, then eventually you'll have a good chance of getting there, I suppose, if you work with um, uh, if you work with friends, I suppose, and are getting lots of exposure, I suppose, to formulating winning strategies as a good and loyal friend with good intentions, I suppose, while being self managed. We work hard to become our best self. That's right, you want to become self managed and work hard to become your best self as you live your best life because you're worth it. Keep up the good work.